Conclusion inevitable.
It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
My conclusion was that this idea was not a practical deterrent.
My only conclusion can be that it was a Sith Lord.
In conclusion.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to In Conclusion, the only movie podcast that fakes their death to kiss a pretty girl on the lips. I'm Dan O'Keefe, and joining me as always is Anna Otto. Anna, how did you fake your death to get a pretty girl to kiss you on the lips?
Stubbed my toe and fell in a bathtub.
Oh, interesting.
That might seem oddly specific, but that did happen to me in the past year, so that's why I said that. Except I didn't kiss anyone. I did break my 90-year-old engagement ring. Not
ideal.
Good news, it is fixed. That was a long time ago. How about you,
Okay.
Dan? How'd you fake your death?
I'm good. I ran into bleachers, like direct. I was yelling for my mom to tell her how much M&Ms cost at my brother's grade school basketball game, because there was someone walking around the stands selling M&Ms. The M&M lady, as I called her. A lot of people
The
were
green M&M.
called ladies when I was a child.
People are still called ladies for me, and I'm a lady myself. I'm something of a lady myself. So.
But I was running and yelling to tell her how much the M&Ms cost. They were $1. I remember it well. And
Classic.
they had the regular metal bleachers at the gym, and I ran directly into them.
Oh,
Like
damn.
smack, head, gone.
You have a history of running into things.
Yeah.
By history, I mean recent history.
Recent history, because I just rode my bike into trash cans that were not in my way. I just decided, this looks like a good place to fall, to injure myself.
Let me just park my bike here unexpectedly.
Yeah, thinking like, wow, it's like a week before my wedding. I can't get hurt or anything. Anyway,
At
I'm
least
gonna go right
it wasn't
into these.
Your face.
It wasn't my face. That's all that matters. Rest of my body, no matter what happens to it, so long as my face still looks good.
I'm just saying, the rest of you can be easily covered up by a suit, but your
That's
face.
true. My face can only be covered up by part of a suit.
Is the suit your beard?
No. Anna is my beard. Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna tell her right now. Beep boop, beep boop. That was me dialing the phone.
I figured. Do you know what movie we're talking about today?
The Sandlot.
Okay, thank God. I did watch the right one. I couldn't remember.
I thought I watched the wrong one too. Okay, maybe we both did, and we just both watched the same wrong one. So you know what? That's fine.
That's fine. We're watching The Sandlot. We watched The Sandlot. We will watch The Sandlot. Schrodinger's watching of The Sandlot.
If I stayed in my basement the whole time watching it and nobody was around to tell if I watched it or not, until someone enters the basement, I am both watching and not watching the movie.
Exactly. And until you hear meows coming from there.
I did meow as soon as Gage entered the room.
So The Sandlot, written and directed by David Mickey Evans. Too many names. Starring Tom Guiri, Mike Vidar, Patrick Renna, Chauncey Leopardi, Marley
Amazing
Shelton,
name.
Marty York, Brandon Adams, Grant Gelt, Shane Obodzinski, Victor DiMacha, Dennis Leary, Karen Allen, and James Earl Jones.
I'm going to say something crazy really quick.
Okay.
Which was the one that played Benny the Jet Rodriguez?
Mike Vidar.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to need you to hold on. He had such beautiful eyelashes.
I agree. Don't need to hold on to anything. That's
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was going to sound weird.
no, because you weren't like, I love looking at his eyes. I love staring into his eyes. That would have been
really,
weird.
He had beautiful eyes. I mean, he was a child. His eyelashes were just gorgina, and I was sitting here with my short blonde lashes hating my freaking life.
Yeah, you're just admiring a 15-year-old boy's eyelashes.
Boys always have better eyelashes than girls. Gage has beautiful eyelashes. I looked him up because I wanted... He and the guy that played Adult Him, his brother...
Yeah.
They both have beautiful eyelashes.
Hey, if you ever start a fire in Los Angeles, maybe he can come and save you. He's a fireman now.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Is he hot now?
I don't know.
Oh, well then.
I haven't been in a fire recently.
I'll be coming too. I'll be like, oh, your eyelashes are gorgeous. Mine are fake. Like.
Anyway, kiss me on the lips.
Oh, okay. I see a picture of him as an adult. Not cute.
Hmm.
I feel like that's usually the way. Cute kid, ugly adult.
Wow.
Ugly kid, cute adult. Here I am. You know what I mean?
Released on April 7th, 1993, with a budget of $7 million, it made $34.3 million at the box office. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 64% approval rating.
That feels low.
It may be shamelessly derivative and overly nostalgic, but The Sandlot is nevertheless a genuinely sweet and funny coming-of-age adventure.
I feel like every boy I know loves this movie.
Yes.
So that feels so low to me.
Roger Ebert compared it to a summertime version of A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that is a perfectly fitting comparison.
Just no beautiful eyelashes in A Christmas Story.
No, everyone is cursed with your eyelashes.
It's true. What a nightmare.
Short and blonde.
Ugh.
When was the first time you watched this?
Last night.
Wow. Was it life-changing?
No. I feel bad because, like, every guy I've dated has been, like, quoting it to me. And I'm like, what are you saying?
Okay.
Like, you're killing me, Smalls. I thought Ham was Smalls. I thought it was a picture of Smalls on the shirts.
Well, he's
really
yelling
did.
it.
I didn't know, Dan. I never saw it. So when they were like, and this is Ham, I was like, who's Smalls? And then they introduced him. I was like, what? I thought it was a play because he's a chubby kid. You know, his name is Smalls.
Yeah. They didn't really do that in 80s and 90s movies because, like, Chunk from the Goonies, they called him Chunk.
And he was adorable.
Yeah.
Chubby kids are my favorite in the world. So
Okay.
Ham was my favorite in this movie, in case that wasn't obvious already.
No, I get it.
By my aura. I could give you, the main children, like Benny and Squints and Smalls and Ham. Those are the ones I remember the most clearly. I found the twins to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Or not twins, brothers to be annoying.
Brothers, twins, rerun, whatever.
Yes. Squints, he was funny in a pervy way.
Yes.
Like, there's one in every coming-of-age movie, the pervy friend, you know?
And they're always the one who looks like him.
Yeah, literally.
Right?
Like in It, which one's the pervy friend? The one with glasses.
Yeah.
Always. Glasses equals perv.
Listen, if you had glasses as a child, I hate to break this to you. You were a pervert.
Dang, nabbit.
Doesn't mean you are one now.
You were one.
Maybe you married the woman you were crushing on and had 9 kids with her.
God damn. When I heard that, I was like, whew, Wendy, are you okay, girl?
I think, so, I have seen The Sandlot probably 100 times.
That doesn't surprise me, as you grew up a boy.
Yes.
Not to be, like, sexually... What's the word I'm looking for? Giving this
attracted?
movie a gender? No. What? No, gendering the movie.
This is
But it's
definitely
masculine.
a boy movie. This is
I said it about 15 times. This is a boy movie.
Yeah, it's a boy-child movie. Of course it is. Like, that is
Yeah.
exactly why the boy children relate to it or, like, gravitate towards it so much.
This movie is little boy coded, you know?
Yes.
No
And
female
you know what?
gaze. No feminine gaze.
No, it's a lot of little boy gays.
Great. Love it.
Because this was always on TV in the summer. This, so like Ferris Bueller would start playing in like April and May, as it was getting to the end of the school year, and then in the summer,
makes sense.
The Sandlot was on all the time.
Oh, it's a summer movie. It makes sense.
And it's a movie that the actual order of the plot doesn't really matter. So
True.
you can just hop on in at any point and you're not missing anything.
It's like almost more like vignettes than anything else.
Yeah, and they build to something at the end, but not really.
The biggest pickle. I was fucking screaming. If I had to hear that phrase one more time, I was going to turn the movie off.
A little bit of a Johnny Hyperbole narrating this movie.
The
biggest
Johnny
pickle.
Hyperbole. I don't know why, but that made me laugh. Johnny Hyperbole. Anyway. The biggest pickle of all time.
Okay, was it Bernie Sanders narrating?
It might have been. It might have been.
We need to distribute the biggest pickle of all time.
It just made me laugh that he kept saying that, because the word pickle is inherently funny.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was mad at Gage because, if you're listening, Mom, turn your ears off. He kept going, I'll give you the biggest pickle. I was like, shut up. Oh my god. Watching this movie with Gage, who has every line memorized and is not even like a self-proclaimed outdoor kid, but did in fact grow up a little boy.
Yes.
Proved to me how little boy coded this movie is.
Yeah, 100%. Anyone of our generation basically has the same relationship with this movie.
This shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah. Also, because, like, I knew it was set in the 60s. When I was a kid, I didn't realize it wasn't made in the 60s. Watching it now, it's obvious it's a 90s, especially the last third of the movie is very much made in the 90s. But, like...
Yeah. I'll say it again. I thought that this shit took place in the 90s. And when everybody started saying lollipop, or whatever the fuck, I was like, where am I? What year is it?
Why is it? Is it a revival? What's happening? Why do these children...
I was literally...
Are they Mormon?
I was so confused. I was like, they're not allowed to listen to the rock and roll. I was shook.
Yeah. This was the first time that I watched this in a few years, I think. Probably since I was in high school, so more than a few years.
Don't ever say that. It was 1 year tops, okay?
And my opinion of it didn't change. It might have actually I might like it a little more than the last time I watched it, because maybe like absence makes the heart grow fonder sort of thing. Or
I guess.
Or I just like kind of remember like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is maybe I've gotten annoyed by people quoting it and then actually watching it. I'm like, oh no, I get why. I still think the quoting is annoying, but the movie's still fun.
There's nothing wrong with being annoyed by people quoting stuff. I mean, like, I don't like when people constantly reference Disney stuff, but I still love Disney stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's not the same, but it's what I can offer at
what
this
are they?
time.
What is the most constant Disney reference?
They're always singing shit, and I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, like if somebody's showing you something, I can show you the world. You should just go, I can show you these hands, and start beating them
I
up.
always say that. You're right.
That's what you have to do.
I just don't like joy.
Okay.
That's not true. But you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. You hate joy.
I hate others.
You hate the joy of others.
Amen.
What is there to like about it? Oh, wow.
Nothing.
Look at this person having a good time. Have they considered changing everything they're doing for me?
Amen. Period, Dan. You're right. That's what I say every morning.
This is a weird ass affirmation.
I mean, I get in the morning I look in the mirror, I go, the world revolves around you, queen. Don't ever adjust your crown to try and like meet somebody on their level.
So you're doing weird ass affirmations. I'm doing regular ass affirmations. Going like, yeah,
Same.
it looks good today, King.
You are
round
smart, you
and
are strong,
bouncy.
you are loved.
No, ass affirmations.
Oh! I can't stand you. Oh my god.
Gonna have a hard time putting those jeans on.
Don't bend over too deep. Might cause a car crash.
Sit on a wooden chair for a while. It'll feel fine.
No.
These are all things that I've never been able to say to myself.
Literally, me looking at a wooden chair and crying immediately.
I
'Cause
got
know
4
I'm
bones.
Gonna feel, literally, it's gonna be like that episode of SpongeBob where his 2 bones are sticking out from his butt where his butt should be. Gage calls me Hank Hill butt, which is like honestly the most devastating roast.
Yow.
Hey, do you know what Hank Hill's butt looks like?
Nothing. Flat.
It's flatter than flat. It's so flat that in one episode he had to get like a prescription pillow. And I have a hemorrhoid pillow on my chair at work because my butt used to get so sore. Don't have hemorrhoids. Just have no ass cheeks.
No. You gotta just get 2 hemorrhoid pillows. Stick them in your pants at work. What do you mean? I've always looked like this.
I've always had this juicy caboose.
They call it
I should
the
tell
dumpy.
HR if you're looking.
Excuse me, human resources? They're questioning my juicy caboose again.
Oh, write them up.
That is what it says
'em
on
up.
my accommodation.
Mm-hmm.
Too juicy of a caboosey.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
The Sandlot.
It's about children.
It's about little boys.
Oh, man.
It's the
They
summer.
are all pretty cute in this
They
movie.
are. They're all pretty cute. I think you like Ham the best.
Yes, I did say that.
Yeah, I probably liked Smalls the best because he's an empty vessel, as am I.
His stepdad pissed me off. I was so mad. I was like, why is his stepdad not choosing to spend time with him? The kid clearly wants to take an interest in what he likes.
Yeah.
He should be engaged like it's the 60s. Men didn't care about their stepchildren.
This man served probably in World War II. No, he didn't. He would have been 10 in World War II. He might have served in Korea.
And
There's nothing going on behind those eyes but visions of explosions and death.
true. When he says he has to get something done, it's his daily anxiety. Me
I
too, though.
have to go get something done. I'm going to go drive our car into the tree. It's the
Dear
only way to
Lord.
quiet the voices.
Oh, God.
Make sure the radiator's on downstairs, son. I'm going to go breathe in it.
Oh, no.
Do you know, have you seen Dennis Leary in anything else? The guy who plays the dad?
No.
He was in Rescue Me on FX, the show about a firefighter.
Okay.
He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in the Amazing Spider-Man movies
Interesting.
as Gwen Stacy's dad. He's the voice of Diego in Ice Age.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I saw Ice Age,
Oh.
but the only people I think of when I think of that are Ray Romano
Uh-huh.
and Sid the Sloth. What's his name? I'm having a brain fart.
Oh.
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Leguizamo.
No. Leguizamo.
Bruno. John Luke. There's an I. I can see it.
Yeah, that's still how it's pronounced. It's Leguizamo. Not Leguizamo.
Get him on the phone. Here's the problem with me. Spanish is pronounced exactly the way it looks, and I still looked at his last name and completely butchered it. Well, I always thought it was Leguizamo, so...
Incorrect. He was also the voice of the ladybug in A Bug's Life.
The ladybug.
Yeah,
He sounds like that.
exactly.
I'm a ladybug. I'm walking here.
Anyway, The Sandlot. It's the summer of 62.
Ooh, good year, good year.
What happened
not
in
for women.
1962, Anna? Why do you say
wait.
it's a good year?
Okay, I was making sure that wasn't the year JFK died.
No, that was 1963.
Whew, we were close. Nothing. I just, good year, good year.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh,
1962.
I knew there was going to be something bad. Well, seems like everybody else was having fun, the kids who didn't
Marilyn
know about
Monroe's
missiles.
death.
Fuck me, stop. I've heard enough. Bad year, bad year.
The Beatles' first album comes out.
Good year, good year.
Wow, really swinging back and forth here.
I mean, love me do. I was so fucking pissed at myself when I played trivia and I got your one question about the Beatles wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She was just 17, you know what I mean? Because after that I answered the question, I sang that song, and Gage was like, are you fucking kidding me? We just put in the wrong answer for that. And I was like, no comment.
I refuse to acknowledge that fact.
I don't want to talk about what just happened.
William Faulkner died in 1962.
Who's that again?
He was a writer.
I was going to say.
Anyway, summer 1962, we are in, allegedly, the San Fernando Valley. They filmed in
No way.
Utah.
I was going to say.
They're way too high up for them to be in the valley. And Scotty Smalls, to quote the Eagles, new kid in town, has no friends and is lonely and unathletic and sad and not loved by his
describing
stepdad.
me as an adult, minus the stepdad part.
But then he sees a group of boys playing baseball at their local Sandlot, their little baseball field.
I'm going to say good for him for taking the initiative to try and make friends.
Yes. His mom did
that's
say
hard.
to him, go out, make friends. Stop being lonely like you were the last 2 summers.
His dad fucking died. What does she expect?
Okay, I don't know. Go run in the dirt.
He's got some trauma.
Go skin your knees. Feel that pain instead.
Yep. Cover it
and-
up with a skinned knee and a small Band-Aid.
The group that he sees at the Sandlot are as follows. Timmy and Tommy Timmons, 2 annoying bitches.
I hate him.
Michael Squints Palladorus, a
We love
pervert.
him. We love him.
Alan McLennan.
He was unremarkable.
Yes. Bertram Grover Weeks.
Also unremarkable. Those
They
two
were
were
both
forgettable.
there. Yes.
Yeah.
Kenny DeNunez.
Also forgettable because I had to think for a second about who he was.
Yeah, who was the tall one in the outfield?
That's Yeah.
Okay.
I only remember because I was like, boy, he's tall. And also, Yeah is a girly name. Which,
He's
again,
like-
I shouldn't be assigning gender roles to
Call
names.
him Woo-Woo.
But still. Woo-woo. Call him Dum-Dum. They're all dumb kids.
Kenny DeNunez, the pitcher.
He's also unremarkable. He's with the other two.
Yes.
Couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Yep.
Catcher Hamilton Porter.
Star. King.
Star King, Loudmouth.
Baby. My
Yogi
sweet
Bear.
child. My sweet baby.
And their best player, Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Beautiful eyelashes. Also kind of tall.
Kind of tall. Definitely would have been the most popular kid. Cast correctly.
Did he kind of give you the energy of older than the other kids?
Yes.
I thought so too. I was like, why do I feel like he's hanging out with kids that are way younger than him? Is it because he's tall? I can't decide.
Well, his actor was 3 years older than Smalls.
Well, that makes sense.
And
'cause
when you're
it
13,
looked
that's a big difference.
Yeah. Unlike us.
Yeah. You're elderly.
I fucking feel it most of the time.
So they invite him into play, and Smalls sucks.
Mood, honestly. But he tried, and that's what matters.
He tries to catch a baseball. He doesn't try to throw the baseball back, though. He just runs it in. This is an above 10-year-old child
Yes.
who
Never
does not know
thrown
how
anything.
to throw a base. I'm not saying that I can throw a baseball well. I can't. I'm very bad at throwing a baseball. But at
I'm not.
10,
I
I
could do
knew
it.
how to throw a baseball.
Yeah, I feel like that's a regular, like, a cognitive. I feel like he should have been, like, in therapy for not knowing how to throw something.
They never played baseball in gym class. I know you had gym class. You lived in the suburbs the whole time.
And the suburbs in the 60s, so gym class was, like, top of the list required.
Yeah, gym class, and then you hide under your desk, and then you eat
You
a
have to wear
potato.
those, like, embarrassing singlets.
When my uncle was in high school in the 80s, they had a swimming unit. And The men swam nude. That's it.
What the fuck? They didn't bring swimsuits?
Dan,
They
were required to. There's an article from NPR about in Chicago. Chicago public schools required male students to swim nude.
What the fuck?
It was a standard policy in Chicago and cities across the country.
Hold the phone. Hold on. I'm asking Gage something real quick. Hold on. Gage, when you were in high school, did your dad, when your dad was in high school, did he have to swim nude in gym class? Dan's uncle did. Can you fucking believe that shit? Okay, I'm back. I literally am so flabbergasted right now.
That was the rule. That's what you had to do. My dad didn't because he didn't have swimming in high school. But yeah, my uncle had to swim nude.
They're children.
Yeah.
There's so many things wrong with that in my mind. Call me a snowflake, but I don't think that's appropriate.
I'm reading it right now, and the thing was boys were just told to do it, and they said that hygiene was the reason.
No, that's fucking disgusting. I cannot understand it right now.
Yeah. Anyway.
I cannot begin to tell you how flabbergasted I am. Anyway.
Yeah, Smalls, he tries to play catch with his stepdad, who at this point is named Bill to him.
Named douchebag.
I don't know how I feel about the trope of earning the name dad.
I don't like it at all. The whole thing gave me the ick. First of all, I felt like it was weird that he was like, I want you to call me dad in the first place.
Yeah.
He had a dad already. If I made
and your dad is dead. I'm your dad now.
Ew, no. If I was Gage's second wife and he already had a kid, I would not make those kids call me mom.
No, you'd make them call you dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Uncomfortable. Bizarre.
The 60s were fucking wild.
His dad gives him a black eye.
It was with a baseball. It wasn't like he slugged him. But again, for the 60s, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal to them.
Yeah.
If he had punched him.
My dad hit me. Oh, you must have been fucking up.
Yeah, you must have been fucking stupid, you dumb bitch.
Why did he hit you? I don't know. I didn't get him beer fast enough. Why didn't you get him beer faster, you bitch?
Ooh, the 60s were a dark time.
But Benny still invites him onto the team. And they start growing together, playing together. Smalls knows nothing about baseball. They keep giving nicknames for Babe Ruth, and he has no idea who it is. By the way, his dad has a Babe Ruth signed baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That was given to him by his dad. Aw, baseball. The most American thing to tie men together.
The manliest sport.
That and not speaking about your feelings.
Mm-hmm. That's for damn sure.
So, Ham hits a home run while they're playing. Also, they have s'mores, and they explain s'mores. And they explain in the yard next to the Sandlot is a mean old man with a mean old dog called the Beast.
No, the Beast was my favorite part.
He lives behind the fence. Allegedly, he has been there for 100 years, has eaten 100 people. Obviously, a very specific and realistic story.
Yes, I knew about the Beast. That's why I was like, oh, because I have a very soft spot in my heart for Mastiffs, because when I worked at the doggy daycare, there was a Mastiff there, and she was just all bark and just the sweetest dog on the face of the earth. And she was like my soul dog. We sat together all the time. I gave her pets. She let me give her kisses. She was the softest little baby, even though she weighed as much as I did. So I just love Mastiffs, especially English Mastiffs.
That's a bunch of bull.
It wasn't a bull mastiff in this movie, Dan.
I thought it was.
No, that's an English mastiff.
Oh, sorry. That's a bunch
okay.
of bull.
Thank you so much.
That's
what I'm talking about.
That's my RP.
Oh.
What is happening? You just went, oh no.
It's not important right now. Let's carry on.
So the dog is chained up by its owner outside, Mr. Myrtle. And then, the gang play and they hang out and they have a wonderful boys' summer experience. It's great. I loved it. I love it for them. All wholesome fun. Except when they go to the pool together, Squint sees the girl he's crushing on, Wendy Peppercorn.
I thought her name was Peppercorn.
Nah, Wendy Peppercorn. Looking incredibly like Barbie.
Yeah, that's literally what Gage said.
Shockingly similar to how Barbie looks. Margot Robbie's Barbie looks. But Squints has got a crush on her, and he does the one thing that all boys are trained to do. He goes, drowns himself. Mm-hmm. So that he can get mouth to mouth from Wendy. Then he wakes up, squints at the boys, starts kissing her. Kissing Wendy.
Dear Lord. Okay, side note, I looked it up. Hercules is an Old English Mastiff. Old English Mastiff named Hercules.
Hercules?
Hercules.
Oh, English Mastiff?
Old English Mastiff.
No, that's a proper pup.
I'm sorry to England right now.
I'm not. They deserve it. So, he kisses her. She's like, what the fuck? Kicks them all out of the pool. They're banned for life. Then she does give him a little nod of respect as he leaves.
I mean, yes, it's skeevy what he did, but, like...
He's 10. They're 10.
He's 10. Like, he's a kid. I mean, if I was a teenager, I can only imagine that I'd be horrified as well.
Be horrified, but you'd be horrified in the same way that she was horrified. Like, ugh!
Yeah, where it's, like, kind of funny at the end. It's like somebody's little brother trying to pull the moves on you.
Yeah. You don't need to read anything into this.
No, it's not that deep.
Yeah, he's not reverse grooming her. Is that possible? Can you groom someone older than you? Have you tried?
I feel like at that point it's just caring for the elderly, you know? Like, I've not tried to groom because I dated chronically younger for the most part, so... That
would be you grooming.
Not when they're only like 3 years younger than me. I didn't date someone who was quote Demi Lovato, you know.
Hey, I'm a baby compared to you. I'm a little boy.
To be my friend.
Yeah, you're grooming me.
That's right. You're only 1 year out of high school. How could I forget?
Yeah, come on. I'm 19.
And I don't know. I'm old as fuck. I'm fucking old, Dan. No, Dan. I just, I did for a while feel so dirty about dating someone 3 years younger than me, but, like, in the grand fucking scheme of things, it's not that deep. Like,
no. The further you get out of high school, the less weird it gets. Because if you're a senior dating a freshman in high school...
Scandal.
Run into traffic. If you are a senior in college dating a freshman in college, weird. You're both adults, though. If you are 25 and 22, whatever.
I'm traumatized. It was weird, but whatever. But, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, two consenting adults. It's not giving, Demi Lovato 17, 29. Oh, that song was traumatizing to listen to.
Hey, yikes.
Imagine being a full adult and trying to date a 17-year-old. That makes me want to shower.
Being 18 years old and looking at a 6-year-old and being like, you're my future.
That's fucking disgusting, and I hate that you just said that.
That's what it was.
Every time... I gotta go shower. This is fucking gross conversation. If you prey on children, shame on you. That was the nice way to put it. I shouldn't have put it so nicely, but you know what I mean.
as the kids say, period. Period.
Yo, period. Period.
So,
Queen.
4th of July, the gang plays baseball by the light of the fireworks.
That was pretty
Fun.
cute.
Cute. Just cute. Then another Little League team shows up. And that Little League team, they've got uniforms. They're all bunch of rich assholes.
They're mean.
Yeah.
I was scared
They
of
get
them. I was
Ham
honestly
gets into
scared. I
a-
was like, no, thank you.
Gets into a shouting match with Phillips, the leader of the Little League team. You throw like a girl.
He was scary.
Biggest
The
insult you
worst
can make.
insult. That man ended his fucking career.
Yeah. They beat the Little League team because they have heart, soul, and gumption. I do like that they don't. That's not the. That doesn't really matter in the movie. They beat them. It's like a 2-minute scene. It's not like, oh man, we're down to the tying run. Someone's got to hit a home run here. No, they just play it and they win. So it's not just focused on it. And then afterwards to celebrate, they go to the fair. They get some dip at ride on a ride that spins them around too much, and they vomit everywhere. Remember, kids, the worst decision of their entire life.
To do
That's
tobacco.
that's how Smalls describes it.
I mean, good. Tobacco is wacky,
Mm-hmm.
kids. Because some of us, Dan, while others were being groomed, some of us were in Teens Against Tobacco Use, okay? So,
Wait, teens against taboo? Did you call yourself that?
Teens Against Tobacco Use. We were
Oh, tattoo. I thought tobacco started with a B. Because I'm
Yeah.
dumb.
The T-O are silent. It's tobacco.
Yeah. They throw up everywhere. Remember, kids, don't do tobacco. Good message. Whatever. Benny hits a home run. No, he doesn't. He hits the cover off the ball. That's their only ball,
crazy.
though.
Fucking crazy. I couldn't believe they were like, we don't have $1 for a ball. And then I remembered, like, in the 60s, $1 was a lot of money.
Okay, what do you think
Forgot.
a $1 in 1962 is today?
Let's see. 5-cent candy is now like $1 a piece, or is like 25 cents a piece, right?
Sure.
So let's go with $5.
$10.
Fuck me. I
Yeah.
thought 5 was gonna be high. I saw something once that was like, and I don't know how true this is. Don't hold me to it. I'm not a social studies guru. But I saw something that was like,
Guru? Do you have a class that you're selling?
I might. No, but like, somebody was like, oh, the Great Depression, the amount of money that people were making when they were considered poor and stuff was equal to like $80,000 today. And I was like, there's no fucking
That's
way.
not true.
That
That's
can't be true.
simply not true.
Because I was like, people are trying to tell me we're back in the Great Depression. I just bought a house, so...
I'm not depressed.
Well...
Yeah. So Benny hits the cover off the ball. They don't have another baseball. Smalls takes his not dad's Babe Ruth autograph ball, and he's like, there's just some writing on this. Kids never heard of fucking autographs.
Never heard of fucking autographs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in a silly, goofy mood tonight.
Using the power of the unknown autograph, he fucking smokes it into the beast's yard. Like, hey, congrats. It's weird how they celebrate him, but then they're not like, wait, we still don't have another baseball. They're not upset with him for hitting a home run or anything.
Well, they thought
Maybe.
it was pretty cool. I'm happy that they thought it was pretty cool. That makes me happy.
Maybe that's just me projecting, because all my friends are always like, ugh, Dan did something good. Ugh.
Not again.
Hey, I'm going to celebrate my successes. I'm sorry if other people get upset at that.
As you should, King.
In my volleyball league, I do, whenever I make a really good pass, I go, oh, what a pass. So I kind of understand it.
I gas myself up all the time at work when I'm proud of myself. Sometimes I do a self-clap.
That's not really gassing yourself up.
Makes me feel good.
That's good. You can go harder than that. Stand up on your desk and just go, fuck yeah! Every time you get an impression on a social media post.
Yes. I was laughing so hard today because God bless one of my coworkers. So one of my coworkers showed me an ugly bathroom in a house that was for sale. And I had remarked that it was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Okay.
And so we called one of our other coworkers over and she looks at it, she goes, that is the fucking ugliest. Excuse me. The beep ugliest. I was like, yeah, that's fair.
I love judging houses so much. It's so fun.
It's so fun. The bathtub was pink, and I mean like hot pink. So
a little muted pink. I'm kind of into it. Hot pink, not
it
not
was
it.
like flamingo pink. It was doing too much.
So they try to get the ball back various ways. They try to drop someone in. They try to smoke the beast out. They end up blowing up their treehouse.
It was funny. I had a good time with this scene.
Smalls builds a fucking contraption to catapult it out. Yeah, we don't have the dollar to go get a new baseball, but I do have the money to build this whole thing.
I didn't even know what to say.
But they can't get it. The beast destroys it all. Smalls has a dream that the baseball falls on his head like a railroad spike, and I'm upset that we don't see that. He just narrates that he has that dream, and I'm like, oh, man. Instead, we have a dream where Benny meets Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth comes out of the closet for him.
Good for him.
Good for him, right?
Good for him.
Hey, Babe Ruth loved hot dogs. And
I mean,
finally,
me too, though.
Finally, he can be open about his love of sausage, too.
Me too, TBH. I had a really good hot dog at the Jonas Brothers concert, I'll tell you that much.
That's... Congrats on being the first one to say that sentence.
Thank you.
I'd love to describe the cuisine at various concerts of former children's bands that I attend.
It was at Wrigley, so...
Oh. Well, yeah. A hot dog from any baseball venue will be good. There's something in the dog.
Is salt.
Yeah.
Exponential levels of salt.
He tells him, heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Fucking iconic. I think that might be actually... Hang on.
What?
Hold the phone.
I'm interested in what you're looking up.
Oh, okay, never mind. That definitely feels like it's the name of some pop punk band's song.
It's by 4 Year Strong.
Yeah, I found it. Did you have to look that up too?
I looked it up because I wanted to see if it was a quote from something else. But no, it's just from the Sandlot.
Yeah, no, this is... Once again, let's circle back to... Grew up as a boy, coded.
True. Heroes get remembered, legends never die, and then also... pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, that was my email signature for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Benny gets a new pair of shoes. PF Flyers, the fastest shoes in the West. Real shoes, by the way. Not made up for the movie.
PF Flyers. I feel like my dad has talked about those before. Maybe my mom.
They look like Converse All-Stars.
Yeah. I'm just thinking now.
They get the ball back by putting the beast in a pickle, a rundown in baseball. Dog breaks off its chain, chases him through town. I think when they start doing the contraptions to get the ball back, continuing on with this chase, this is when the movie kind of loses me.
Okay.
Because I'm more invested in their like group dynamics and their coming of age stuff than the caper part of it.
I think I agree with you, because I didn't really care much about them getting the ball back, but I loved seeing their friendship develop.
Yes. We're too soft for this movie.
Yeah, that's part of like why I like watching it. I love the friends and the scary, but I like the friends, you know?
I love the friends, and I hate clowns. It
That
is a
fucking
horrible
mood,
matchup.
honestly. My nightmares.
So, running through town, they run through a movie theater, run through the screen of the theater.
Fucking screamed. I was like, imagine. First of all, that dog would have gotten distracted. It ran past so many things, so many foods, so many people. You're telling me nobody recognized that dog? Nobody said, Hercules, psst, psst, come here. Come here, baby.
That dog has a singular focus, and it is that ball.
And I'm like, come here, baby boo-boo.
So it crashes. They go back into his yard. It crashes through the fence, and it falls down on top of the beast. And then
this part.
And then everyone else is like, yeah, let's fucking kill the dog.
No,
and Smalls
I didn't
is like,
cheer
no, we got to lift it off. Come on.
I was happy with Smalls at that point because
Yeah.
when the dog was crushed and everybody was like, yeah, and he was like, he's hurt. I was fucking screaming, crying, throwing up, Dan. That dog was such a good actor because I hated my fucking life while I was watching those seconds, okay? God, I love dogs. I would literally do anything for a dog, okay? I just love dogs so much.
They go into the owner, his house, and it's Mr. Myrtle, who was a friend of Babe Ruth, who lost his sight after being hit by a pitch.
Fucking scary. That's the
Right?
dangers of sports. You know where that would never happen? In a library.
So he trades them the ball for one signed by all of the 1927 New York Yankees, who are considered one of the best, if not the best, baseball teams in history. Just a little.
Yeah, what did they call them?
Murderers Row.
Murderers Row.
Yeah, because they're
Death Sentence Street. Got it.
their first six hitters were in order, and don't worry, you'll know all these names. Earl Combs, Mark Koenig, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Bob Musial, and Tony Lazzari.
Here's the problem. I know Babe Ruth, and I know Lou Gehrig from his disease, so... And that's not, like, meant to be a roast, it's just the truth. Like, that's...
No, yeah. So they make an agreement, visit him every week, you get out the baseball. Wonderful. Love it. Get to know your neighbors.
Yeah, I love that.
So
He's a blind old man. I'm sure
Yeah.
he loved it. Darth Vader himself, you know?
Darth Vader, Mufasa.
Mm-hmm.
What a man. What a voice.
I'm sure there's others, but those are the two I know.
Because of this movie, I thought James Earl Jones was actually blind.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
He's acting.
Yeah, I know he's acting, but this was the only thing I saw him in live action, and I was like, oh, he's blind. That's what he does
that's
all this
true.
voice acting.
That's true. I guess let's circle back to the two movies we mentioned.
Yeah, right?
Both no faces shown.
So then we get the postscript. His dad grounds him for a week, but they play catch together, and he starts calling him Dad.
I don't even know. I just didn't like Bill. He sucked butt. He was ugh.
That's what it is. Dennis Leary, man.
He
Leering
sucked
at
ass. I mean, as an actor, sure, but as a character, couldn't stand him.
So the thing, when the gang would move away, they wouldn't replace him on the Sandlot. They would just keep playing as if he was still there. And I was like, oh, my heart.
That was pretty cute.
And we get the postscript for what happened to them. Yeah joins the army and invents bungee jumping.
Okay.
Bertram disappears in the 60s. He
Which one's
gets really
Bertram
into... he was the outfielder, the tall one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fuck, I'm trying to get them all. They were showing me some of these kids at the end. I was like, I've never seen that man in my life.
He was never in this movie before. Timmy and Tommy invent mini malls.
I remember that because I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Squints marries Wendy and has 9 kids. Ham becomes the great Hambino.
Adorable.
Professional
10
wrestler.
out of 10.
The Heater becomes a AAA player and then coaches his son's little league team. And
That's a pitcher,
Benny,
right?
yeah,
Okay. It's all
Benny
coming
the
together
Jet
now.
becomes a professional baseball player.
Of course he does.
And then
But
Smalls.
what happened to Smalls?
Smalls becomes a sports broadcaster. And he's calling the Dodgers game. Benny steals home. Wins the
Wow.
game. Give each other a thumbs up. Credits roll as we look at a picture of them as kids. Adorable. That's the
Pretty
Sandlot.
cute. Pretty fucking cute.
What a fun movie.
Yeah.
Fun, good, coming of age. What do you want? What else do you want? More women? Shut up.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Goddamn. Okay, never mind.
This is a boy movie. This is a movie for
Is
boys.
one woman even too much to ask?
Okay,
Just
I'll
one?
have you know, the outlines of both Wendy Peppercorn and Smalls' mom are almost women.
Okay, Wendy doesn't even have a line.
They are prop. No, she calls him a pervert.
Wow. I
She
bet
says,
was
"You
off book
pervert."
Before she even hit fucking set.
Yeah, not a banner movie for women characters,
That's okay.
but it's a coming of age movie about 10-year-old boys. Why would it
Yeah,
be?
but how many coming of age movies are there about little girls? Name one where they don't turn into like, oh, she married the man of her dreams. Name one. Actually, you know
Lady
what?
Bird.
Name one of the what?
Lady Bird.
Okay, fine. From before we were in college. I fucking love Lady
Bird. Does the Princess Diaries count?
No, because she marries someone.
Well, how can a woman be fulfilled if she does not marry someone?
You're right. You got me. You fucking got me.
Carrie.
Oh, I fucking love Carrie, but that's not coming of age. It's horror. Carrie.
Yeah, I think there could be more women in this, in some
That's why-
fashion, or just other coming of age movies about women.
I'm going to say it one more time. I'm comparing this to It because it's what I know and it's what I love.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fucking woman in that movie.
That's true. That's true. A major woman.
A major woman. She has at least 2 lines.
I'm looking at lists of female coming of age movies. Yeah, like Juno, but that's
Oh, I
kind
fucking
of.
love Juno. But
Yeah, but it's not the same kind of coming of age thing as this.
No.
Like
Juno
8th
is
grade,
weird.
but that came out when we were in college.
Yeah, I don't count that. And also, Juno I wouldn't count as coming of age. Juno is like a slice of life. I would
16
say.
Candles.
Yeah, but there's boys that they're like love interests in that.
Yeah.
There's some like good ones nowadays, I definitely think. But they're more like TV shows than they are movies.
Yeah, the To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Like, or their God, It's Me, Margaret. But that came out when?
Great movie. That came out
When
in
did
March.
that come out? Precisely. Ooh.
Do you want to hear some
Turn out
trivia?
my light. Claro que sí.
Why do you keep bringing up Oklahoma City? No.
Oklahoma.
So, yeah, the movie was shot in Salt Lake City, despite being set in 1960s Los Angeles, which I feel like is the only movie to be set in LA and not shot in LA.
No, I don't think so.
There are a ton of neighborhoods in the valley that look like
I
this.
was gonna say High School Musical, and then I remembered that took place in
That
Albuquerque,
is in
but was
New
shot
Mexico.
in. Yep. Forgot.
The director, David Mickey Evans, is the narrator and adult Smalls.
Cute.
All the cast became friends. They said it was like summer camp.
Yeah, that's what Gage said, and I think that's so cute.
elder Benny, adult Benny, is played by Pablo Vidar, Mike Vidar's brother.
Yes. I only knew that because I remarked upon how similar they looked. So Gage told me. Because I, once again, was like, wow, their eyelashes are both so... I literally said they have the same eyes. And he's like, it's because they're brothers. And I was like, oh, that explains the lush eyelashes I'll never achieve.
The director wanted to have more sequels for each decade. So one would be set in the 70s, one in the 80s, one in the 90s, blah, blah, blah. Didn't end up happening. There are 2 sequels to this. We're not going to watch them. They're direct to DVD.
That's what Gage asked me if we were going to watch them, and I was like, no, Dan didn't want to watch them because I heard their booty.
Yeah. I'm good with this. All right, because they came out, the first one came out in like 2005. It shouldn't be something that I remember coming out from when I was a child.
Yeah, no. I don't like that.
The movie was originally supposed to star 6 and 7-year-olds.
No.
Wouldn't
it would have
work.
been too little.
Too young.
Like, this I can see them being on their own and getting into trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just being little boys. I can see it.
You love seeing little boys.
You're gross. You already called me a groomer once this episode. No, but you know what I mean. Like, you can just picture them getting into trouble and doing these things more than you could picture. Like, 6 and 7-year-olds who... Shit, they don't even let 6 and 7-year-olds audition for the theater that I volunteer at. Or that I work at sometimes.
6 and 7-year-olds,
Like,
they go to bed at 7.
Yeah, no. Like, you have to be 8 to audition, so...
That should be the lower limit for everything. You have to be 8 to be
8.
out in the world.
Mm-hmm. Before 8, your parents keep you in their house, hidden.
Would this movie be better or worse than the same with Jonathan Taylor Thomas as one of the Sandlot boys?
I think it would be better, but I think he would have been too old.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, okay. When did Home Improvement start?
No, it ended in 1998. I think it started in...
Started in 1991.
91, fuck.
So Jonathan
When this
Taylor
movie came
Thomas, at the time that it came out, The Sandlot came out, he would have been... Why can't I find what... Oh, no, that's the other one. JTT was born in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been 12.
Okay, he would have been perfect fit.
Yeah, you know who else
Then
was
it would have
born
been better.
in 1981?
Who?
The actor who plays Smalls.
That would have been perfect. He would have fit right in.
I don't think he could play Smalls, though.
No, I don't think he would have been Smalls. I think he would have been Squints.
Yeah. I could see. What the hell?
What?
Tom Geary, who plays Smalls, was in The Revenant? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Oh, you don't have to tell me. The Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Dan? You mean the Will Poulter movie?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yes. The Eyebrow movie.
Except I've never actually seen that movie.
It's great. You wouldn't like it.
Sounds so fucking boring to me. I don't even care
Exactly.
if I love her in it. Like, there's only so much I can do for my boy. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Now, better,
Isn't
worse,
the
than the
movie
same
about, like-
with
Sorry,
Jimmy
I'm just thinking
Stewart.
about- I was thinking about the part where they hide inside of a bear.
And you're like, ugh, wish it was me.
Hide inside... I'm not finishing that. Let's carry on. I'm sorry, God, Jesus, my mother.
Okay, to move on. Better, worse, than the same with Jimmy Stewart as Mr. Myrtle. It'd probably be honestly worse. You need the voice of James Earl Jones delivering those lines.
Yeah, I agree. I like James Earl Jones in this role.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I play. 100% all the time. What, kids, what are you doing with my baseball? I'm blind. On a scale of 1 to 5 little boys, what do you give the Sandlot?
What the fuck, Dan? I give it read because it wasn't made for me.
Okay. Fair.
It was good. It was cute. It was camp.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't made for me. That's just all there is to say about it. Like, I don't even know. Like, I feel bad. There's nothing else for me to say because it just wasn't made for me.
True. Fair. Mm-hmm. Get it. Not questioning it. Totally understand.
Yeah.
I give it a 4. I give it 4 little boys.
Little boys, little boys.
Come over here, little boys. There's an adult woman who's looking to groom you.
Oh, I was singing Little Girls from Annie. Little girls, everywhere I look I can see them.
There's an adult woman over here looking to groom you too.
Ew.
We're gonna keep coming of age next week.
I'm always coming of age.
Okay, we're talking about Rudy.
Rudy. He's barely coming of age. He's coming into adulthood.
Yeah, he's
Not
a full
young
adult.
Adulthood. He's
Full
an
ass adult.
Some women are dripping with diamonds. Okay.
And Rudy is tripping on the field.
Look at me, look at what I'm dripping with. Rudy.
Hey, wait. If you want to support us, we're on social media on Facebook and Twitter @and In Conclusion, on Instagram @In Conclusion Podcast, patreon.com/In Conclusion. I'm on X @Dan O'Keefe 86 and on TikTok @Not Dan O'Keefe. Anna, where can they find you?
I wish they couldn't find me on X. You can find me on Instagram @AutomusPrime818, or you can find me on Twitter /X @AutobotsRollOut, capital O for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and the O in out are zeros. I'm looking up the cast of The Revenant right now, and I don't see a single fucking woman until I hit over, and then there's finally a woman.
Yeah, and she plays his dead wife. That's the woman.
No, there's another woman who plays Huaka.
That's his dead wife.
That's the dead wife?
I think so. It's either his dead wife or his dead daughter.
There's Grace Dove,
Mm-hmm.
who plays a dead person, who plays a wife. This person's name is Pawakwa.
She's the kidnapped woman.
Oh, well, I had to scroll for fucking ever to find her. If you want to hear more about my rants about how women belong on the first page when you look up a movie, follow me on Instagram, @AutobotsPrime818, or Twitter @AutobotsRollOut, capital for Auto, capital B for Bots, capital R for Roll, and O in O in out are zeros. I know I already said that, but I'm reminding you.
We will be back next week with Rudy, a movie that has a woman in the lead. One of the leads. One of the friends. She's not Rudy.
Oh, I was like, when Rudy takes off her helmet.
That Rudy's a girl!
Oh my god! She's gorgeous!
In the
That's
meantime,
not the value.
everybody stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye!
Bye! Kamala Harris? Yeah. We did it, Joe. Yeah. In her athleisure, we did it, Joe.